What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Trif3cta Podcast. I'm joined here today with Trif3cta and Jay up once again. So, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. Just got back from the schoolio.
Oh, why am I here?
We have him hostage, and he's in my basement right now with our ghetto setup of a plastic table and a tub. Anywho, not a bathtub. Anywho, getting on to the video. So, the first topic that we got today is about, like, clans and teams and groups and such. So, okay, you go ahead.
Okay, so recently 4 clans followed me on Twitter. I don't know if they're the real clan leaders or not, but they followed me on Twitter, which was pretty cool. Please stop licking the mic. But I thought it was pretty cool. Maybe they're trying to invite me or something. But I don't know. Clans are always nice to be in. Young Prodigy didn't work out so well because, you know, I want someone who's really consistent. And, you know, I feel like just joining a clan that's already prepared for that is going to be the best thing. And I'm just trying to get on that grind, you know. What do you guys think about clans and stuff like that?
Well, you know, clans, they're just not my kind of style. You know, we have I just like more of like group kind of deals. Like when I think of clan, I instantly think Call of Duty. Like that's how I feel about it. And like if you're a channel that's like plays multiple different games like us, or if you just like talk in front of a camera, you do whatever. Like it's not really gonna be what you would want to be like known for as a clan, because like more like a group or a partnership is more what people think of more sophisticated, I guess. I'm not saying like clans aren't, but I mean it just sounds more Call of Duty type.
Yeah, to me, instead of like a clan, I would much prefer like a group to record with a lot, you know. And I'm not very good at certain games, so I wouldn't do very well in clans. But I would just prefer a group to just record and make videos with more than anything else.
Yeah, going off of what Joby said, he says like he instantly thinks Call of Duty. That's where FaZe Clan is like shined above every other clan. Because I was looking for some recruitment challenges, you know, maybe I could join a clan or something like that. And FaZe is like the only clan that's like successfully came from Call of Duty, and now they do like vlogs and stuff, and they're still successful. You know, that's where every other clan has failed. They always have to do Call of Duty sniping or be really good at Call of Duty. And the plan is just to get a clan or get in a clan that's really good, just making videos and not making Call of Duty videos.
Yeah. So what was the next topic that we were going to discuss?
I think it was balancing YouTube and school at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
This crap's hard.
It is incredibly difficult. Go ahead, and I want you to talk first, Joe, because you don't upload daily, but you upload every other day.
So basically with my life, like everybody has their own, obviously, but I mean everybody's schedules are always different. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the beginning of the week: Sunday church, Monday through Friday, and in between like school. Like there's barely much time in the day since you spend like 7 hours in school, and then when you get home you gotta eat, possibly do homework, then you basically have just enough time to do your free time, and then you have to go to bed, start your whole day over again. And then like once you get to your weekend, it's like the small YouTuber or like the glory hole for making content, because like you have so many opportunities, you have so like much freedom, and not only like does school kind of hold you back from that, like not saying school is bad, but it's just more helpful.
Yeah, like I have to like cut myself off from doing things with other people just to upload, you know, and make videos, because that's like at the end of the day it's gonna be like one of my priorities. Because I understand, you know, friends are always good to have, and I shouldn't be antisocial, but I'm here with 2 of my friends right now to do YouTube. And, you know, when it comes down to it, YouTube, I think it's going to be really beneficial. I'm going to meet a lot of people from YouTube. And also, like, school is always going to get in the way of, like, getting on that grind and stuff, but when you're on that grind, you just got to go. So, I think if I do it while I'm at school, and then eventually I'm out of school and I am successful when it comes to YouTube, it's going to feel a lot better to be able to have like a life dedicated to YouTube, and my content's only going to get better, and it's just overall going to be great when I get out of school or when YouTube maybe even takes off.
Yeah, my deal is for me is I don't actually go to like a public or a private school. I'm homeschooled as of the moment, but I did go to Jay up in Trif3cta school, which is how we basically know each other. But I don't necessarily have anything getting in the way of me uploading. It's just the factor of, well, one, laziness. Two, just out of the motivation to get myself to do it, which I really need to handle, just because I have such a big fan base who like needs that like kind of content and like appreciates it and things like that. So that's basically why I don't necessarily upload.
We'll fix him for you guys. We'll abuse him until he gets right.
He's gonna get hit.
I'm gonna get hit after this podcast. What is next topic?
Well, I was gonna say, like, right before we get into the next topic, that not only is it hard for us to like find the time in between our day, like in order to, record the content what we're gonna do, edit it, render it, upload it. You also have to think of like, how would this like affect the viewer? You have to like put yourself in the viewer's eyes. You have to kind of think of what they would like, what you would like to see. So if you would like to see it, then maybe they would like to see it as well. So you also have to like put time and effort into your videos in order to make your time that you're using in your day worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, something since I upload daily, something that's really hard to do is writer's block. I've had a lot of writer's block. I can't think of what to make a video about, and doing it every day, it feels like your video just gets used so quickly. You don't really get to put as much time into it. And I'm like constantly thinking of what I should do for YouTube, like while I'm at school in the middle of class, always thinking about YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, and if you're like working on like a project, as of instance, if you're from J-Up's channel, then you'll know that we've been working on a project for the past 6 or 7 months now. And we could have gotten it done a while ago, as I've talked about it multiple times off of recording, but we could have gotten it done a long time ago, and we still don't have it done just because of the fact that we don't have the people necessarily that we need to have on it, and I mean, like, not to like judge them or trash them or nothing like that. It's just for the factor of like they can't either do it or they don't really necessarily feel like they want to do it, which it makes it hard whenever you want to post that kind of content, but nobody is necessarily down to do it.
Yeah, like when we film, when we like filmed at the very beginning, it was like everybody was really hyped about it, and like once things started to like die down, people got less interested in it, and they were like, "This is just like wasting our time and our day." Not putting words in their mouths, but it's just like that's how it kind of feels sometimes. Like when you work on the same project for a couple months, but that's like the kind of dedication you need if you're gonna like produce something as big as like a movie, even though like our movie is nowhere close to like one of those big $100 million production movies. Yeah. Like you try to make the best with what you got, and if you can't put as much effort into it, then there's no point really into doing it all.
Yeah. A lot of things I see for smaller YouTubers is they procrastinate just because they think that like they don't have like the quality needed and stuff like that. Like say you don't have a microphone or you don't have a camera, but that's like the one thing that gets YouTubers never to get off the ground. Because in the end, like if you watch some like YouTubers' old videos, they had the worst content ever, or not even worst content, but like worst quality and such. And people overestimate the quality, because when I watch a video, it's not like I don't ever think, oh, his mic doesn't sound as good as I like it to, or this video is not in 60 frames per second. It's just something that as a creator you have a preference for what your videos should be, but what they actually can be is a completely different thing.
Yeah. Anything else before we touch up on the next topic?
No, I think we're good.
All right. What is our next topic?
Oh.
We are naturally unprepared for every scenario.
Something I'd like to talk about is why we don't have more people on the podcast. So let's think. Well, there's 3 of us here, which it's already hard enough to get 3 people to sit down and record. It's hard to get 1 person to freaking record, and getting 3 is difficult. So any more than that is almost impossible. And then the thing is, you don't want to go overtime. Say we had like 4 people on every single time. They would have to give their point of view. They would have to talk, and it would just overall be a really long podcast. Which you want a podcast to be long, but you don't want it to be so long that people get bored. And especially since we know each other and we've been in a channel before, it's definitely like the chemistry is already there. Wink, wink.
Oh no.
But also, people who don't even upload that often, or people that don't even take YouTube that seriously, are like, why didn't you take me in the podcast? It's like, how can you relate to not uploading a video when you don't even upload.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like the topic we just talked about, they would not be able to relate. And that's the main reason we're actually like full-fledged YouTubers. We're trying to make it.
Yeah, and mostly our distractions of like podcasts are mostly consisting of like memes and videos on social media, which is a big distraction. Because I mean, you gotta love memes. If you don't, then I mean, come on now.
Like everybody's human. Like everybody's gonna make mistakes. People will say some wrong things and such. But like when you do like YouTube, if you're wanting to make it your career, like you have to sort of like you have to almost take it seriously. Like if you don't, then like you won't get anything done. Like I know that there's been a lot of times when I wanted to start a project like on some old channels, and like we talk about it for so long and like we procrastinate, and then like it'll just fall to pieces. Like it'll never happen. Those good ideas that we were spending so much time of our day on just wasted. Like you got to make sure you're on top of your game, and if you have the necessary tools to do it, like go for it.
Yeah. Like I'm a straight up person, and that's like one of the reasons Young Prodigy left. And I was like, this clan, like the people don't even talk to me. Like no one's really full-fledged into it. And I'm not gonna, like, I was gonna invite Jarrett and Joby into it, but like they're real life friends. And my whole plan for the podcast was just getting people I've met off of YouTube distinctly until we get about 10 people, and then invite friends that I believe should be in it. But the thing is, the clan was already off to a bad start, and I'm just like, I'm straight up with people. You know, if I would have got offered to join the clan like L7 or Obey, you know, I would have left the clan. Like, it would have been a dick move, but you got to think like smart. That's something a lot of people don't do. And you always have to treat YouTube like a business, but as your own thing. And finding the balance is always hard, but in the end, you got to do what's successful for you.
Yeah, YouTube is the thing to where you have to, like Joby said, not necessarily like take it full-fledged straight on, just like not even having fun with it, just like uploading to upload, but like, you know, I mean, not necessarily having to do daily, which Cake here, he does daily, which is crazy. And it's just a thing where if you want to make it, you're going to have to, you know, like be sort of professional about it, and like know what you're doing and know the guidelines and copyright claims and all types of stuff like that. Because comparing myself now to 2 years ago, whenever I was like just starting out on YouTube, I didn't know what a copyright claim was, and I didn't know all of this type of stuff. So I was just adding in things that could be like terrible for the channel and things like that. So if you are going to take YouTube like as an actual career, you have to take it seriously and know what you're talking about.
Yeah, actually, a new topic, what I'm thinking about is like the old YouTube versus the new.
Oh,
yeah,
I
like,
got it.
Yeah, it was so easy back then to get big, I would say. Like, uploading daily, your videos didn't have to even have, like, music in it. Bro, you could just, like, have a video of you sitting there stuttering the whole time, but as long as you said, like, something, you're good. You're good.
that was me at the start of AERO-Gaming. What's going on, guys? It is AERO-Gamers here.
Like, it was so easy to get big, and then, like, that's why you see a lot of smaller YouTubers, like, everyone's like, oh, you only do YouTube for fun, you shouldn't be even doing it if you're not having fun with it. It's like, back in the day, it was easy to have fun with it, because you were getting big while you were having fun with it. But now, if you upload things you're having fun with, most of the time, people don't want to watch that, and it gets to this, like, weird point where you're having fun, but, like, your YouTube channel isn't having fun. And you always, like, nowadays, I think you have to find, like, the perfect balance. And if you're not having as much fun, you know, eventually when your YouTube channel does grow, that's when, like, you gotta go for it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are like, oh, YouTube's only for people who are having fun, like I just said. But I don't know. I think old YouTube and what YouTubers, like older YouTubers that are big now, are the people that speak of it, but these YouTubers that got big are the people who only uploaded for fun. Like, at one point, YouTube was just fun, and now people look at it like a business, which I don't necessarily agree or disagree with.
Yeah.
Yo, for me, this is like a way back story, but like I started YouTube in 2012, and my goal was just to have like complete fun with random videos. See, like I posted some random crap like Modern Warfare 2 glitches with my like squeaker voice and Battlefield 1 glitches. Like I was all about like the trends of 2012, and I wanted to, you know, like I see videos every single day in my sub box back then, and I was like, these people are getting so many views and they're getting big, and I want to be a part of like that YouTube Rewind that just came out. And I was like, I could start doing something. So like I had what I had, like I had my iPhone, and then I had like some ghetto setup with like old game discs, like the disc boxes, and stood them up and like put the phone together with some other things, and it would record the screen, and that's how it uploaded to YouTube back then. And then I moved my way up to Minecraft in like 2014 with a couple of my friends from there, and we did a whole bunch of stuff then. And then like we made AERO-Gaming together, and we added some people there, like my boy. And then and then we like after AERO-Gaming kind of like split off, and everybody went to do their own things for maybe about a year or so ago, or 2 years now, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's basically 2 years.
It's been one heck of a ride, like seeing everybody grow in their own way. Like just from like the most random setup in the world, you can come a long way. Like making somewhat decent content for people to view, and it's like you put the effort into it. Like I didn't put any effort. Like I had my phone. Like I didn't care like what my description looked like. I didn't care what my tags were. I didn't care what my title was. If you had like no like thumbnail at all, it didn't matter. Like all you did was just upload it and hope it get out there. And now like you still have to do the same thing, but you have to make sure your thumbnail looks gorgeous. You have to make sure your title is popping. You got to make sure that you have all the perfect like links in there if you use music, or you have channels in there to help other people out. And you have to have the tags in order to even get searched or whatever. Like it's pretty like hard to compare old YouTube, which was way easier, to new YouTube, which makes it very hard.
YouTube in the summer of, I believe, 2014 and somewhat 2015, it was at its prime. Like channels that were just uploading like skits, or whether it was gameplays, they were funny, they were new, they were good, and like people nowadays are just trying to like replicate it and trying to like make them like in a whole different way. And I sort of wish that I was in that time era, like only for the factor of we could have started out then and possibly even growing more than we can right now, because YouTube is messed up, I mean, I'm not going to touch up on that too much because we did that in a previous podcast. If you haven't, please check that out.
You'll like it.
Yeah. So, like, YouTube, like, me and Kate were talking yesterday, playing some Overwatch. We were talking yesterday about how a video that can be completely unedited, like, unprofessional, just out there, just for the heck of it, just for fun, can get big. But yet, if you put, like, a video out there that you edited for, like, a couple of hours, it can only get, like, a measly couple of, like 30 or, like, 40 views, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, we appreciate all of our, like, the support that we get and the likes and comments that we get on our videos. It's just that we wish that we had gotten more,
recognition for all the effort that you put into it.
Yeah, so that's basically how YouTube was back in the day versus how it is now. And I hate how it's broken and it's not good. And I think that it like started around like the very beginning of 2016. Was when it started.
It's so like hard in order to like make original content nowadays. Like you have to think like you have to basically scrape at the bottom of that daggum barrel, and like just being original, like it's very hard when you have so many other YouTubers to compare it to. Yeah, and we touched up on this in the last podcast that there's so many YouTubers that do everything, and it's hard if you're small to grow to like compare to each and everything when something has probably already been done and you're just maybe unknowledgeable about it, or like it's already been done. So like you basically have just either wasted your time doing something that's been done, or you have to get really lucky in order to think of something very original in order to post it out there.
Yeah. Like people like you either go completely original, something no one's seen before, or you just build off of what someone else has done. Like for example, Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, and Max Mofo. They might seem like the most original thing, but I think their skits are literally Smosh skits, just a lot more unedited. I think it's intentionally like unedited, as well as like they're a lot more vulgar, and it's the exact same thing as Smosh, just with those two things added, but it feels like something completely different, and that's something that a lot of YouTubers struggle doing. But I think like once you find your niche, you probably will get big. I'd like to say you will, but just recently, a lot of people that are actually trying don't get the recognition, and the people who aren't get like all the recognition. It feels like a video. I'm just gonna say it. Pro Gamer J's videos are the worst fucking shit I've seen.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat that guy. I'm real. That guy is the legitimate worst YouTuber. Like if I had to like just kick any YouTuber in the teeth with a steel-toed boot, it would probably be Pro Gamer J.
Watch out.
Exactly. His videos are the easiest fucking shit to make. But since
I'm colorblind, by the way, guys. Pro Gamer J confirmed it, guys.
yeah, exactly. Like since he can be unethical and like intentionally a dick, like not even for humor or anything. Like he's doing it because he wants views. He can get big. But we do like somewhat clickbait. Not really. Like it's actually in the video. Like for example, T Martin shouted me out. It sounds clickbait, but T Martin legit did shout me out, right? But in one of his videos, it was how to turn $1 into 20. Where he literally goes, you grab the video, you cut it, and then it's a $20 bill. It's like you can't clickbait like that and then expect people to like not get mad, but for some reason he still gets views and subs. Like,
yeah, which I mean, I can't say anything about his actual person, like himself, like personality wise, but
he's smart.
Yeah, just as like a YouTuber, there's a lot of things that I would tell him to step up on, man. I mean. I doubt that he'd ever see like our podcast, but I mean, dude, if you do, you need to step it up. But I mean, I'm just saying, you may get the views, but I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
One of the main ways in order, like, I understand completely while these big YouTubers are resorting to clickbait, because like they're feeling. I'm not gonna say they feel the exact same way we do, in growing wise. But they're trying to stay relevant, and that's one big key for old YouTubers. And the only way to still bring people in is through things like that. And if it's not like what people want or what the old subscribers have subscribed for, I have like a couple channels like PewDiePie. He stopped doing gaming. That's what he was known for. That's what made him brofist. Like, you know, that's what people hit that subscribe button for. But like. Nobody really likes that, and when he's like complaining about not getting views, I wonder why.
Yeah. Like looking in hindsight, I've noticed something like there was like I'm gonna say there's already been 2 eras of YouTube, right? There's the vlogging era, and then there's the skits and gaming era, right? But the reason that we've had so much trouble getting out of the skits and gaming area is because like they've looked at the vlogging era and they've realized, yo. I want to say vlogging, I don't mean like Casey Neistat. I mean just sitting in front of a camera and just talking like bullshit. But when I say that, I mean they realized that vloggers, they didn't evolve. They did the exact same thing, and therefore they became irrelevant. But now they've got like a bit smarter, and they've just straight realized the fact that, we should just start doing the most random shit. And when if it's like popular, like water bottle flipping or the clowns, we'll make a video on it. That way there's no way for us to become irrelevant. But the vloggers, they didn't do that because YouTube was just starting out. So obviously they didn't really know how to stay relevant. Therefore they became irrelevant, like Jenna Marbles, Shane Dawson, and all of them. But some vloggers have stayed relevant, like Niga Higa. But just like in general, like it's going to be a lot harder for another age of YouTube to come up with this age of YouTube just getting so... like being so consistent with their videos being relevant.
So going into our next topic is basically on a lighter subject because you know normally we go into like what's wrong with things and people, but actually we're going to talk about some people or fellow YouTubers who are in like TV shows and movies and stuff like that. Which I don't watch TV, so I'm gonna let J Up and Cake talk about it first.
If you like I know YouTube is probably one of the biggest platforms in order to entertain yourself, watch stuff. It's pretty much, in my opinion, has outgrown TV. But like one thing that I feel like really proud of is that I see YouTubers like Lily Sink and like Pentatonics and stuff. They like show up on Disney Channel and stuff now. Like these are YouTubers that's worked their way up, and like I've watched a couple of their videos and I've seen that they've been doing this for years, and they've been like striving to make their channel huge, and they're wanting to like connect with their fans. And now that they've reached on TV, they'll be able to reach a whole bunch of other like people through TV, like maybe younger audiences, or just like get their name out there. Because when you see like a fellow YouTuber, in my opinion, like on TV or something, that means like you've made it. Like you see them on billboards now. You see them on posters. Like like when they advertise their movies and such, like you can see them, and it's kind of cool how YouTube like started off to be where you can post your funny cat videos and stupid like like what was that America's Funniest Home Video kind of style videos on YouTube, and now it's just like a job for people, and it's cool how people do that, like where you can see them on all those different platforms.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like YouTube Red, but one show I did watch. I'm not saying I had YouTube Red, but I'm not saying I didn't have YouTube Red.
We haven't lowered those standards yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that shit. I did watch one show by Joey Graceffa. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what the show was called, but it had a bunch of YouTubers. It had like iJustine, Shane Dawson, Joey Graceffa, obviously, Nade Shot, which is one of the main reasons I watched it. But it was like a style of like you have to survive in a house and who's the killer style show. It was like, and they mixed it in with the fact that they were YouTubers and they go to this party that's like in the 1920s. It's a really cool concept, and I'm just glad YouTubers get to pursue this TV career and they get to branch off from what YouTube was.
Yeah. And like just like the fact that like you have like all these YouTubers that like we used to watch as like kids, and now they're in movies and stuff like that. It's awesome like just to see the factor of like how like of an uprise that they've had, and it's just great all around.
It's cool how YouTube has become such a big platform that this can actually happen now, and to think that even though we are like not as big as them, obviously, maybe one day that we would be able to reach out there and become one of those people that get to be showcased on TV but still work on YouTube and that kind of thing. But I think we should wrap this up right here.
Yeah, I also agree. We did a skit just now, or well, just like before this podcast, on Toxic Cake's channel. Link will be in the description box down below. If you have not seen it yet, please do go see it. It was a blast, and it was
a silly
awesome.
one.
It was a silly one. It was just awesome to make. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed episode 2 of the Trif3cta Podcast, please do go down into the description box down below. See all of our channels. Anything else to say before all of us wrap this up?
Goodbye.
Yep. See you guys. Have a great day.
That was hot.
It was pretty hot in the studio.